Why is entrepreneurship not taught but learned? Definition of entrepreneur: a person who sets up a business or businesses, taking on financial risks in the hope of profit. The simple answer to your question: you have been taught what to think, but not how to think. Entrepreneurs are unique, in that they don't just think, they think solution and not conformity. In the 1950s, Earl Nightingale, the strangest secret, said, "The problem with man today is they simply do not think. We are conditioned to conform to fit into someone's idea of what we should be doing." But, don't get me wrong, Earl Nightingale also said, "Success is the realization of a worthy ideal, so in other words, you can be successful doing what you really want to do, and that can be anything which you are happy doing. This is a success." Earl Nightingale also said, "The only people who make money work in a mint, everybody else has to earn it." Wow, so there you go, all the get-rich schemes you encounter promising that you can make six figures, don't be fooled. The only people making the money is the person who has invented the scheme, because they have thought out of the box and they are making money out of you. Believe me, you will have to earn every pound, dollar, cent or penny you have putting their schemes to work for you. Entrepreneurship is a deep desire to make a difference, to alleviate someone's pain point, to offer a solution, to be different, to be recognized for excellence. And although I believe that these skills can be taught because these skills are in all of us, if we want to use them, but most humans have been conditioned to ignore these skills and just settle for what is considered the norm. Ask yourself this question: are you living the life you want or the life you think you want? Reverse psychology: most of us live the life we think we want because that is what we have been conditioned to accept. We have been conditioned to accept what to think, but not how to think, and very often we have been cheated from our true worth because of something we heard once upon a time, probably years ago, in a negative sentence we heard someone say about us, and that negativity has become our reality. It has become embedded in our subconscious and a part of our belief system. Another interesting concept: some of us fear success because for some weird reason we think it might change us. We won't be accepted, ridiculed, hated, you know, all those negative thoughts we might have or we have been conditioned to have. Some people have been brought up to fear just about everything. In fact, they have been raised to fear itself. Fear, false evidence appearing real. Our ancestors have a lot to answer for. Of course, their basic need for survival is caught up here. Our ancestors only had to think about finding food, surviving to live another day, and procreating. Today we have to think about how we come across to our friends, family, bosses, colleagues, on social media, and the list goes on. But, remember, if your ancestors hadn't killed that saber-toothed tiger, found food or had babies, you would not be here to ask this question. Your ancestors were probably the entrepreneurs, the warriors and the survivors, but somewhere along your DNA line their strength and prowess may have been lost. That is why I believe that entrepreneurship is in all of us, we just have to tap into it and claim it back. There are so many subjects that children should be taught as they enter high school to learn not just plain common sense things which some boys and girls pick to learn to cook and sew for themselves, but others that are never mentioned. One, I would say, how to budget, or write a check. Learn the economy is fluid and one must be able to adjust. Unless you have a professional job or a trade that excels your expectation in money. That in, if one is working in meager jobs throughout their life, even those that oppose changing jobs don't realize the impact of what their social security is going to be like for them as they get near their retirement age. I learned and heard through the grapevine, but also through asking questions about which one should be taught in school. Even maintaining one's health is essential, which was provided to me by one of my dearest mentors. This knowledge I was still at age 8 when he was telling me, please pay attention to what you eat. Eat healthily all th time. I truly loved my friend and neighbor and my mentor for all his influence in my life. He truly made a difference. The principles of entrepreneurship can be taught. Applying these principles can only be done in practice. For example, say you are enrolled in a course that requires you to start a business. During the course, you may be taught how principles to evaluate new product ideas, how to apply lean startup techniques, conduct product market fit evaluations, develop market strategies, create financial models, etc. But, you are probably applying these as an unnatural environment. the classroom and not on a real business idea that you are willing to invest your family and friends' money in. The primary problem with entrepreneurial education is it occurs in the artificial environment of the classroom. I taught an MS entrepreneurship program for 10 years. Very few of my students had a real business opportunity to apply the principles taught in the program. Hopefully, the rest of these students absorbed enough of these principles so when they actually have a business opportunity they want to pursue, they will be able to apply them.